Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of 7 Days to Die, Alpha 18.2, the latest experimental, Season 1, Episode 6. Today we're going to be finishing up our early game Hoard base that I call the Kill Cage. This was my go-to design in Alpha 16 and was completely indestructible. It's no longer completely indestructible, but it is still very, very good and removes a lot of the issues you see with other builds that use poles due to some unique features I use that no one else does. Now I queued up some cargo pockets a few minutes ago from the Needle and Thread magazine I found in yesterday's episode so I can become completely unencumbered, and I'm waiting for some more wet concrete blocks to finish up in the cement mixer. I was lucky enough to find the cement mixer schematic early. This base can easily work made out of cobblestone for the early game Hoard, so don't think that it has to be concrete for your first Hoard, because it doesn't. Let's see where we are real quick in our crafting. Let's see. I know you guys got to be done. Alright. Concrete blocks. We're going to need more wet concrete blocks. Go ahead and get the sand real quick. Alright. Let's see where this is at. Okay. Some stone. Let's get this going. Alright, I'm going to wait here and craft out some more concrete mix and wet concrete blocks, but while I'm waiting, I'll show you a time-lapse video of the early build of the base. And I'll meet you down there when this finishes to explain some of the features and why they're there. Alright? Okay, everybody, here we are. As you can see, I've added a little bit more to it from the video that you saw. I know what you're thinking. It's pretty short. Let me describe how this works. Right here I have the wedge tips. Now I'm going with 2 layers. I could have got by with just one, but when you put the plates up above it with a pole in the middle, even when the pole is destroyed, they still cannot come through. The wedge tip forces them to walk up. Now in Alpha 16, what that would do is when they would swipe, it would take them up high enough to where they weren't able to hit the poles. So they would just sit here and swing all day long and hit nothing but air. You didn't even have to do anything. All you had to do was have a fence made just like this, with a wedge tip, a pole rotated to the bottom that sits directly above the wedge tip, the highest point of the wedge tip, and then on top of that a metal plate, or a plate, concrete plate, and it would keep them from being able to come through. Even if by chance you would get a dog or a crawler or something that would come in and break out the pole, no zombie is able to make it through. Now I left one out right here on purpose. You have to crouch to get through. Same thing here. Now I usually don't do this, but I'm going to. Let's see. Let's spawn in. What's the shortest zombie outside of a crawler? That would be a screamer, I'm guessing. So let's spawn in a screamer. Feral. See there? Now she is hitting the block down there, but you got all kinds of time to get rid of her. And the way these are run, these poles, I put an extra pole on the inside. So not only do they have to break out both poles, but they also have to break out the wedge tip. So they would have to break through 3 concrete blocks to get through, and that's if they're all in the same spot. In order to get out, I got to crouch. So it's very effective, especially if you're here actively killing them. Now, since I've made this 2 layers, they're going to have to break through 6 concrete blocks in a row. And from the looks of it, by looking into my cement mixer, I will have enough concrete to upgrade everything to reinforced concrete. The roof is the main thing. It also keeps, what you end up seeing in a lot of bases is they'll put a pole on the bottom, another pole, and then maybe a third one on top. But that no longer works because in Alpha 18, the zombies stack. They can jump on top of each other's head and jump right over the top. Well, the roof keeps them from being able to do that. They can't even jump on top of a crawler. Now up on top, if you'll notice, I do have 4 turrets. These are mainly for vultures, and possibly if a spider jumps up there. But generally a spider won't jump until he gets to a certain distance, and a lot of times by that time he's already under the roof, so he's not going to make it up top. Also, if you notice, I flipped the plates here above me to give me an access window So if a spider does get up top and the turrets aren't killing it fast enough, I can easily kill it because he can't get through that gap. Just sit here all day long and kill the zombies as they run up to the poles. You have 360-degree view, as you can see, from every direction. And the best thing about this is you get all the experience. There are 0 spikes. I never liked using spikes. I find them wasteful, to put it mildly, because you're wasting not only resources, but it's costing you experience by doing so. So let's go through, and I'm going to try. I might put one more layer of roofs up here, and although I don't think I'm going to need them. So let's get to finishing this base. I'm going to go ahead and close up that hole right there with double poles. Maybe you noticed that I have a couple of them rotated a different way. I rotated them up, and the reason for that is the ones right here on the inside are taking up that space up top, so I had to put them down below. So I had to rotate those up, but it maintains that they still have to go through 3 layers or 3 concrete blocks. Now those are optional. You don't have to put them in. The poles on the corner, I just put them in there just because I may end up taking them out if they conflict with the rows, the double rows that are coming along here. I'll have to wait and see. They shouldn't. Let's see what else about the base. I think you're going to be really surprised at how well it works. Come to tomorrow's episode. I'll tell you what, let's get busy building this base. Okay, as you can see, all the blocks are in, so we should be good to go. Other than I'm going to need to do some upgrading. Another thing I forgot to mention is if, say for instance, they do happen to get through this outer layer out here while you're sitting here actively shooting at them, which isn't likely as long as you have ammunition. Let's say you run out of ammunition. You now have a melee base. So, if you're running short on ammo, you can always, if they do make it through that outer layer, you can always melee them. And by the way, a wooden bow with, let's say, iron arrows is about all the weapon you need on the 7-day, on the first horde on the 7 days. So, you can probably hold off on the using a lot of ammunition if you want to, and just sit here. And they're stationary. They're trying to run straight for you. You just pick off headshots. If you look at most of these bases, or most of these people will set up on a POI and get up on the roof and try to shoot down, and the zombies are running everywhere and they can't get a headshot to save their life because the zombies are constantly buzzing around. Here, you don't run onto that problem. I'll show you what. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna turn DM mode back on one more time. We'll spawn in something else. Whoop. Let's see. Let's spawn in a so I'm in a white. Also, another important note is these ramps. If you get a dog, let's say you get a dog. Whoop. So you get a dog. Hey, dog. It pushes their heads. The wedge tip pushes their head up above the block, so you can get a pretty clean shot on them. Just so you know. But that's the tour of the base and how it works. It's very effective, especially early game. We should run into zero issues, especially if I upgrade it to reinforced concrete, which I'll probably upgrade the inside first. That way, if I have to, I can go to melee. Let's head back to the base and see exactly how much concrete I have. Concrete mix. And again, the turrets, any vultures that swoop down that take up the space of an actual zombie. And some of these, I didn't want to cheese the resources out of him. Let me turn that back to you a little bit off. But it'll take them out, and it'll respawn another zombie in. Plus, you get all the EXP for the turret kills too. So every zombie that comes through, you're going to get the experience for them. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And if you're in any way, shape, or form trying to kill them, they will never be able to make it through this. See, nothing over here is really damaged where that ferro white was. Zombie dog, I think, did just a little bit. Yeah. He did 28 damage. But please subscribe and hit the like if you like the base, and to make sure you show up tomorrow to watch the demonstration. But let's go check and see how much resources we have left. I still have... Now they're on my tool belt, you can't see it. I still have quite a few wet concrete blocks. And the other good thing about this is if you're on the inside, and say they do break out one of your concrete blocks, if you can clear out that spot, you can replace your concrete blocks. You're going to have to be quick though, because the zombies will seem to go for the weakest spot. Whoop. Only jumped once, Knuckles. Come on. You piece of... What the heck's going on here? Did I break it? No. Jeez. That reminds me. I'll fix that. If you don't know how to fix it, let's make a plate. Advanced rotation. There. By the way, I got 30 wet concrete blocks left, so that's good. Now you can just walk up to it and jump. They don't block you no more. I'm sure most of you already knew that though. Let's see. Let's see, you got 722 and almost 1200 left, so 1900 and same thing, 1900. So 3800. We can easily upgrade every block on that base. So that's beautiful. Just have to wait for it to finish. Tell you what, let's go run to the trader. Maybe dump off some of this junk that I collected. Let's see what he's got. Let's sell some of this junk. I hope you're all as excited as I am about tomorrow's Hoard night. It's going to be a lot of fun. Double storage pocket. Got triples. From the looting, I've got pretty decent ammunition, so ammunition should not be a problem. And after this Hoard night, I'm going to go out. I've got several mines marked. And the trader has a working chemi station. We're going to make tons of where am I going? My bike's back here. We're going to make tons of gunpowder. And I do need to get a motorcycle. That's what I need. Alright. Come on. There you go. Okay, everybody, we're here. Mainly what I'm looking for, to be honest with you, is motorcycle schematics. Tired of pedaling, and I don't want to make a mini bike. Now let's see what you got.
Don't let the door hit you on your way out.
Hey, don't be like that. I'm getting ready to buy something. Let's see. Ooh, Wasteland Treasures. How to harvest more lead and brass from sinks and plumbing. Learn a little trick I sometimes get when you're harvesting trees. Honey. Another Wasteland Treasures. Doorknobs. Learn how to harvest brass from doors and never run out of bullets again. I'm gonna buy you. Oh, you had more than one. There we go. Come to Daddy. That is beautiful. What else you got? Let's see what...
All right, now that we're done doing business, get out of my store.
Shut your pie hole. There's the base again. I know it looks weird, but trust me, it works. We're going to find out tomorrow. Please remember to hit like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. Come back tomorrow for the next episode. See the Hoard base in action. We're going to call that a video for today. Until next time, you all have a great day.